Thank you for checking out this video. This is Cat Janice, and she brought a friend. Who's this? Tell him.
This is our manager, Nick Howell, and my husband.
Nice. So I've got the two of them on the radio. We're doing a live interview on the radio right now, but I also wanted to, we're playing her brand new song, Pricey. And it's going over the air, and then we're going to interview her. But I wanted to kind of give you a little primer while they're playing the rest of the song. So while we're playing this, tell them. So if they haven't heard of you, how would you describe yourself?
Alternative rock band from the area. Sound a little bit like some Bishop Briggs, Amy Winehouse. I heard a little Lady Gaga in there. So we got a lot of drive, a lot of edginess, and we're a lot of fun. So
nice. There it is. Well, it is such a treat to have you here. And this song came out November 27th. Pricey came out. It hit wherever you get your music, so check it out there. And then there's new music coming out too, right?
Yes.
Couple songs?
Yes, two new songs coming out around January 20th. So, yeah.
Snap.
Crypto Kids and Favorite Fight.
Oh, there it is. All right. Well, there's new music coming, and then there's a show at Dangerously Delicious Pies happening
January 19th.
January 19th. So if you're in the DC area, you can check it out.
Yep.
And with that, we're going to bring it back and we're going to interview these two. And then I'll figure out how to share the sound. I want to share the sound with you we're going to do a little sneak preview of a new song too. So let's figure that part out. But here we go. This is it. And that was Cat Janice, and the track is Pricey, and that's the single she just released. And oh man, I love the track. I was jamming along, singing it to it, and dancing a little bit. So tell people, Pricey, what's that song about?
So Pricey has a little bit of female empowerment in it, and it kind of just brings out the metaphor of, you know, the price that is on women's head all the time for wherever you are in life and whoever you're dealing with, especially, you know, in the music industry a lot. And that's actually something that a good friend Robin from Radar has been working on, is a new label that focuses on women in music. And
nice.
And,
what's the name of the label?
It's This Could Go Boom.
Ah, yes. Okay.
Yeah.
I was going to say there's a lot happening with This Could Go Boom lately.
Yes.
I love that.
Yes.
Ooh, okay.
So it's been exciting because, you know, I kind of put this together and it's got a lot of those vibes in it. And then she's been working on this and we're like, let's work together. So, yeah.
That's amazing. There it is. That's Pricey. And now you gave me permission. I'm really honored to actually get to play the sneak preview of, now this is Crypto Kids. And what is this one? What's Crypto Kids about?
So I wrote Crypto Kids about a friend of mine, Robert, who is just one of the happiest guys I've ever met, and just about riding down the road with him and having a good time and singing songs and getting drunk and hanging out.
Well, with that, let's play a little bit. Let's play a little bit of this then. This is cool. All right. So this is Crypto Kids, your sneak preview right here on DC Music Rocks. Woo. Cool. I'm imagining the scene with you and your friend hanging out drunk or something. Your sneak preview of the upcoming song Crypto Kids. That's coming out in January from Cat Janice, and oh, I love that because the vibe's different from Pricey that we just heard. Mm-hmm. So I dig it. Nicely done. This is good. I dig it. All right. So now, wait a minute. First and foremost, let me give you a proper introduction here. So on DC Music Rocks, we're shining a spotlight on the great songs, artists, and incredible people behind the DC region's music scene. Cat Janice and the band is an indie rock alternative group from the Washington, D.C. area. So Cat Janice mirrors groups like Lady Gaga and Bishop Briggs with a hint of Amy Winehouse to create a lively, driving sound, which driving is one word that I would use to describe Crypto Kids that we just heard. That's for sure. So Kat's been featured on country music television's popular TV show Redneck Island for her song Fire in March of 2016. And Kat Janice is an integral part of DC's One Love Massive, a music collective and think tank. And her song Pricey came out in November, and then she's got 2 songs set up to release in January. You just heard one of them there with producer Austin Bello of Forever the Sickest Kids. So many good things happening. It's such a treat to have you here. Thanks for being here.
Thanks for having me. I'm really excited.
This is cool. Now, first and foremost, where the heck does the name Kat Janice come from? You got to tell me. What's that?
So, my full name is Catherine, and I was actually homeschooled, and there's a lot of Catherines in the homeschool world.
Really?
So
Okay.
I felt the need to first off stand out, so I changed my name to Kat, which my family hated. They thought it was stupid.
Okay.
And then I needed a second name, because it wasn't just going to be Kat, and my middle name is Janice. So my first name is Catherine, which is from my mother's mother, and then my middle name is Janice, which is from my father's mother. So it's just kind of my 2 grandmothers' names and a little bit of abbreviation, and that's Kat Janice.
Now hold on. So that's 2 mama's names. Does that mean
Yep.
you're a mama's girl, or are you actually the opposite because of that? You
I'm
revolted
definitely,
against them.
There's a little rebellion going on in there.
This is the stuff you talk to your therapist about. Like, I
Yes.
don't know, I just can't seem to ditch my moms because they're stuck with me forever or something. Oh,
Yeah.
God. I love it. So, Kat Janice, it makes sense now. Oh, God, thanks for that. And what's your DC region connection? Where do you call home? What's your part to the scene?
So we're all kind of from around different areas. We play a lot in Fairfax and kind of in the DC area as well, H Street, U Street, some in Arlington. It's mostly in like the Fairfax region.
Nice. And you live in what part?
So I live about 10-15 minutes from here over in Alexandria.
Very good. Okay. Alexandria and all over the city.
Yeah.
I love it. And are you, both of you guys, are you from here? Or Nick, where'd you come from? How did you end up here? Or local? Or?
Yeah, I mean, I grew up out west in Front Royal, so I'm kind of a country boy at heart, but I spent a lot of time in New York City when I was pursuing, my career in the music, like talent management, booking agency, business. But yeah, no, I moved back here for college, and I've been here ever since.
Nice. And what about you, Kat?
So I grew up around here, went to Mason, did the whole stay in the Northern Virginia area thing.
Really?
Yep.
Man. And see, I feel like that used to be rare, but I feel like people are actually sticking around DC now. Like, they used to just, such a transient city, but it's not quite as much anymore. I don't
No,
know.
there's a lot to do around here. So music scene's really picking up. So I mean, I'm not complaining. I'm close to New York and everything. So whenever I wanted to go up there and play, I can. So
Nice. Absolutely. And Nick, I had to laugh. You said, I'm from out west, and then you said Front Royal, and it was really hard not for me to just guffaw on the mic,
Yeah.
because it's like, I mean, you're right, that is technically out west of here, but when
Not
I think
Montana.
out west, yeah, exactly, it's like not Colorado.
West
and
of
not,
here,
Yes,
slightly.
west
Yes.
of here.
I mean, anything west of Haymarket is west.
There it is. Oh, God, absolutely. Oh, that's funny. All right, now, what about, so first I want you to share earliest memory with music for you, Kat. What is it?
The earliest memory I have with music was when my mother used to teach me to play piano when I was about 5 or 6. Yeah, and I fell in love with it and kept going on with it, and then ended up playing violin. And then my brother and I used to play piano together, and I think I was a little more into it than he was, and I ended up making him mad that I was playing all the instruments he was playing, so he got mad at
Jealousy
me.
among siblings? Stop it. That doesn't happen.
Yeah, so I remember sitting there watching him play, and he was really good, and I took a lot of inspiration from him playing the piano, so I used to sit there and watch him and try and copy what he was doing, which, he inevitably hated, but
Nice. Now, wait, older, younger?
older is my old brother.
Got it. How much older are we talking?
About 2.5 years. Two and a half
Okay.
years.
2.5 years. Very good. And then you went to Mason. You've always been around here, and then you went up to New York. How did you come across Kat, Nick, or where did you guys actually, where did you, I mean, normally I ask how the band came together, but in this case, it's like, well, how did you guys end up connecting?
Yeah, it was total happenstance. I mean, she was working through college at a bar in Fairfax, and I frequented that bar, and
It's
she
a
came-
Fairfax thing?
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah,
I love it.
Yeah.
Hard
And,
times.
Yeah. And
Hard
she-
time? Oh, so good.
Yeah. A
love
true
it.
love story.
There it is. Hard times in Fairfax. You can use this for promotional purposes. This is
Yeah.
it.
No, but she came up, and we were both too embarrassed to talk to one another, and so I came in with a friend one time, and she came up and started kind of like messing with my friend. and we started talking. Not messing with him in a like she
No,
like
I'm clear.
Yeah.
she brought him
fun.
a birthday balloon and pretended it was his birthday to embarrass him.
Yeah.
And that was sort of how we started talking. And because of the fact that I was I was a booking agent at the time, and I was looking to move into talent management, and I saw this as a perfect opportunity to get to know someone, and our relationship
Cool.
just sort of evolved from there.
And well, first of all, Kat, you definitely seem like you come across with there's a little bit of sass and a little bit of poking fun, and that seems like, I mean, I don't know you that well, but that you definitely come across that way, and the music too. It's there's a little bit of sass in the way that you perform too. So
I have my
I think
moments.
so. And then you're talking about feathers for your birthday, like yeah, it fits right in. This
Yeah.
is absolutely. Now,
Sorry, go ahead.
well, I was just gonna say. So then that was for earliest memory of music. But what's your first? And now, when did the performing start?
I started performing when I was about 17, 18. The first place I performed at was at Epicure Cafe back when it was next to Walmart.
Yeah.
I had an open mic night with one of my friends, Joanna, and it was, we were just playing the piano and singing, and I wrote one of my old songs way back when and performed it, and that's when I was like, I'm in love with this. I love performing. I love performing so much. So that's the first time I performed, was at an open mic night.
There it is. How old were you when that happened?
17, 18, I think.
Wow. All right, so a high school
Yeah.
time frame.
Yeah.
Very good. And now talk about you on the personal side. So outside of music, what else is Kat's life like?
We like to argue about politics with people online.
No, but nobody does that right now. What are you talking about? Controversial? No.
And I really like to be outside. My whole entire album, Wild, was written while I was outside on geology trip. Funny note, I'd studied geology.
Really?
Yeah. And I
You're a
always thought,
geology girl?
Yeah,
If they
yeah.
don't- So if they don't know what geology is, how do you describe it?
you look at rocks all day and it's awesome.
The total
Did you
nerd.
say you lick rocks all day?
Actually, yes. In order to find out if a rock is halite, you have to lick it to see if it's salty. But you also,
Really?
yeah, I actually did just say look, but technically
Oh,
you do
okay.
lick rocks.
Okay, got it. So we're looking at rocks, not
Yes,
licking
yes.
necessarily, unless you're really hungry. But not really.
Exactly.
Okay, got it. So out in nature,
Yes.
and you wrote Wild.
Yes.
All
So
came from that.
yeah, I studied geology at Mason, and I love it. I think science and music go together hand in hand for a lot of different reasons. And part of geology is you have to go do this whole 6 to 10 week long camp. And so I went out in Colorado and New Mexico for about 6 weeks and was completely inspired by how the nature and how beautiful the world is and rocks and stuff. And wrote an album about it while during it. So.
That's amazing. And
Yeah.
Nick, what about you? Outside the whole music thing and talent stuff, what's life like for you?
I mean, I don't know. I've had a couple of different career paths in the last few years, and I'm just sort of shaking it up. I think right now, I've been focusing on my career. I spent the first 2 years of my son's life staying at home with him because I worked from home.
Nice.
But now he's kind of out of the house a little bit, a few days a week, and so
He's
My
a really
God.
good cook.
There you go. So it's is it so does that mean it's like the Daddy Daycare movie and that
Yeah.
sort of thing? Like
Yeah.
that's what you were doing?
it had been, yeah. And,
Oh, that's awesome.
We want to open up a bar and restaurant of our own where we can feature musicians, primarily in the next few years. So I'm sort of pursuing that career path right now, but that's been my focal point for the last year or so.
That's awesome. Very good. Now, what about funniest moment that comes to mind performing, Kat?
Oh man, this actually happened recently. It was pretty embarrassing. We have a child. We have a 2-year-old.
Okay.
So I took a break to have him, and then got back together with a couple new guys, and so we were working together to make the group solid. So we
Okay.
had this show at Epicure, just to kind of throw it out there, see what we can do, have something to work towards. It was the first time we'd ever played together live. And get up there, and I didn't realize this, but everything was off. The key was off, and I was just singing a completely different key. And everyone in the band stopped, and they're like, "What are you doing, Kat?" And I was like, "What are you talking about? I'm not doing anything wrong. Like I wrote this song. I've played it about 1,000,000 times. I'm not doing anything wrong." So we started again. Got through the second song, and we're like, all right, something is going on. What needs to happen? I was like, you guys are messing this up. Like, what's going on? Like, what's the problem here? And then everyone's trying to figure it out, and I realized that the pitch key change wobble on my keyboard was stuck.
Oh.
And so I
yeah?
felt so bad. I was giving the guitarist, Jamie Mark, so much crap. And I was like, you guys, like on stage, was like, what are you guys doing? Like, you're messing this up. Like, oh my gosh. I was like so embarrassed about it. And so I had to apologize to everyone and be like, guys, I'm so sorry. It was like completely my fault. And I was singing in a completely different key. I didn't even realize it was happening.
Oh, man.
But then the rest of the show went really well. So
Equipment malfunctions. Gosh
yeah,
darn it.
I'm like, that has never happened.
God, that's crazy. All right, now my favorite question to ask, and I always do, is if you could offer one piece of advice, what would it be? You can take that however you want, and I want both of you to answer this one.
Okay. Gosh, just as a musician, I would say only play the music that you want to play. I mean, I feel like I've been in so many different scenarios and working with different artists where I'm like, oh, let's force this to work, let's make it work, or, you know, like the only time that I ever feel fulfilled as a musician is when I'm playing music that I like to play and that I have written, and no one can change that. No one can tell me what to play otherwise. It's like, you know what, this is my vibe. You can't change that.
Nice.
So I think that's just it. That's the only way you're really going to feel happy playing music.
There it is. I like it. Very good. What about you, Nick?
For musician advice?
Whatever context you want, man.
Any advice? Okay,
Yeah.
so for musicians, I would say feel your worth. You know, like I've worked with a lot of musicians before who do a lot of things they don't want to do for no payoff, you know, ever, and they think that they're going to. So know your worth. You know, do what makes you happy, but also be mindful of you know, the business aspect of it. For general advice, just think of the questions that, you know, you don't really want to think about. You know, like how you can change yourself. You know, how many light bulbs does it take to change a human, kind of a thing. You know.
Do you have the answer to that question?
No.
I think a lot of people would love to know.
Think about it.
Yeah.
But think about it.
Yeah.
See what you come up with.
Yeah.
How many do you think it is?
About 7.
7.
7?
Yeah, it's a good number.
14.
See, I want
That's my number,
I want
14.
150 little LED Christmas lights. That's what I think. I don't.
Just glowing in the night.
And then the one
The
that
blink.
doesn't quite turn on just right, that you have to peel
Right.
all of them to figure
Oh
out
my
because the
God.
whole thing doesn't work.
Right.
Anyway, sorry, I didn't mean to lose. Yes, the point is, I'm with you on the point, which is, yes, think about it. I like those questions. Very good. And now if they want to find out more about Cat Janice and the amazing things that are going on with you and keeping track of what's happening, where do they go?
Facebook, Spotify, Instagram, www.catjanicemusic.com. We've got some awesome merch up there we just got going on. So, yeah, check out all those links. We've got music anywhere you listen to music.
Nice. Cat Janice. And we should say it's Cat, C-A-T, Cat, and Janice, Janice. So check it out. And, of course, I'm going to have all these links for you in your episode notes. So you can check out and click through and see all the great photos and all the cool things she's got going on. And, of course, follow, because those 2 new songs are coming out, too. So that was, I'm excited that I got to listen to the whole, I only got to play a minute of it for you, but I got to listen to the whole song of Crypto Kids. And, oh, my God, I can't wait to share the news when that one comes out, because, ooh, that's good. So let's jump back into some music. We've been talking for a little bit. So one of the things, if you're going to be a guest on the show, you got to bring great music with you, and Kat definitely did. So what do you have for us first today, Kat? What are we going to play?
So I'd love to show some Radar. We played with them for a CD release show back in the day, and
Nice.
love them, so I just want to play some of their music. This is Shell by Radar.
Very good. And there she is. So that's Kat Janice. I hope you check out the show coming up January 19th at Dangerously Delicious Pies. And please eat some pie while you're there, because, oh my God, it's good. And then, of course, stay tuned for the new tracks coming out by her. And thanks for tuning in. If you don't already subscribe, please subscribe to DC Music Rocks, wherever you get your podcasts. Podcast is the main thing, and, of course, the YouTube channel and the Facebook and all those things. So I just love that you're tuning in every week. So thanks for being a part of it, guys. Thanks for being here, Kat. Very good.